Lori Lake with Green TV. We're here at the 29th Annual Commonwealth Awards. These awards are given to individuals who dedicate their lives to enriching society through their life's work. We are honored to have with us today Dr. James Hansen. He's the winner of this year's Commonwealth Award for Science, and he is the director of NASA's Institute for Space Studies. Welcome.
Hi, glad to be here.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. If there was one thing that you could tell the viewers, what would it be?
Well, I think, of course, there's just, in the case of the climate issue, of course, there's disappointment that the United States has not exercised the leadership which is needed to solve the problem. But at the same time, there's a recognition that that's essential. So you can't give up on the United States addressing the problem. And I think that that has to begin to happen very soon, or it's going to be too late to avoid tipping points in the climate system that have major repercussions both for humanity and for a large number of other species on the planet. So I think we have to anticipate that the U.S. will begin to exercise the global leadership that it's capable of within the next few years, or we're in trouble. And if we look at the history of the Earth, we know that the last time there was this much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, sea level was many meters higher than it is now. So if we want to stabilize climate and keep it similar to what it's been in the Holocene the last 10,000 years, which is all that humans know about, we're going to have to actually draw down the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. And that's only practical if we phase out coal use, except where we capture the CO2 and sequester it. And that's a big task. Technically it's possible. But right now we're just building coal-fired power plants to beat the band without any of this technology. So there are going to have to be some changes in a very big hurry. And people, and just because politicians don't yet seem to get it, I think the public is going to have to start trying to prevent the construction of new coal-fired power plants if they don't capture the pollution.
Could I ask a question? You said technically it's possible. What's the window, time-wise? Decades?
It's less than. If we go another 10 years, CO2 is now 385 parts per million. If we, in the next year or two, have a moratorium on coal-fired power plants, and then between 2010 and 2030 phase out the existing ones, which is a big job. There's a lot of coal-fired power plants. Half of the U.S. electrical energy is from coal-fired power. Then we can keep CO2 at about 400 parts per million. But we're going to have to bring it down to about 350. And that's possible. If we keep it at 400, we can get 50 ppm out from improved agricultural and forestry practices and some reforestation where we've deforested things. But that's kind of the maximum you can get. So if you go another 10 years and put an extra 20 or 30 ppm in the atmosphere, then I don't see how you can do it. You're going to have a geoengineering solution. And we don't, that's a crazy way to go, because we don't know the geoengineering solution.
Talking a couple of years.
Yeah. We've got to get on a different path within the next couple of years.